Hey, you guys, we are back to do another review of Married at First Sight. Now, y'all, it really and truly wasn't much to talk about, but Emily needs to run from Brennan because he seems to be, he need to, All right, you guys, and that after party, we're going to talk about that because, honey, that really and truly was the best of this whole season. So, let's get into it.
We keep it real. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
Hey! I always put God first. What's going on, Kourtney Eddie folks? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife right here.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship, reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight, we're going to talk about Married at First Sight. And also, I broke a fingernail, man, at work. I've been working 13 hours a day. Tired. Got a banging headache once again. Broken fingernail. Been a rough day today. I can't even get the dang on words out correctly. It's been a rough day today. So, yeah, but we're going to push through it anyway because that's what we do. This is how we are built. We're going to push through. Anyway, baby, we're going to push on through and get this boring episode out and do what we do. And I'm rambling, and I don't know why I'm rambling because I'm getting old. When you get old, you ramble on, talk about stuff you want to talk about, and yeah.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And y'all, let's just go ahead and get into it. So this right here is day 23 until decision day. Now, a little birdie told me that they had heard that decision day is not going to be until April.
So what?
Yup. To April.
You got this. You got it. Ain't no dang on way they're gonna drag this out to April. It's no need to okay, we're gonna say they lying. Your little birdie lied to you.
No, the little birdie got it from somebody else, but no, the little birdie didn't lie to me.
Ain't no way this show is gonna be drug out to April. Decision
day.
Well, decision day.
That's not even a reunion. So to April. Now we in January.
We got January, February, March.
Really, we got February.
What, 3 more months basically?
Excuse me. Now we on what, episode 14 or something like that, and they normally have like 20 episodes.
They don't have a full cast.
No, but then you know Michael just got married, so are we getting an extended? Well, he about to get an extended version because he gonna get married, so the other folks gonna be and went off, and are we gonna watch his alone? I don't know, y'all. This has got to be the worst episode. I mean, the worst season.
Who made this decision, if it's true, to drag this out until April?
I don't know.
Maybe they're gonna stop in February. Take a long break and have decision day.
That's what I'm thinking.
In April, they're gonna skip March and just go right. That's the only thing I think. There's no way they can do.
So now let's go ahead and get into it. So, Becca and Austin, you know, their whole thing is having sex. So that'll be what this whole episode is about with them. So Cameron is going to Boulder Hospital for surgery because he having the heart flutters. And so he was like, he really truly hadn't spoke to Claire. He don't want to contact her. So it's like, you know, he don't have nothing to do with her. Claire on the other end, on the other side, is brokenhearted and all that stuff, whatever. So now let's move on to Emily and Brennan. Now the whole episode for them is he could be quick to having a temper and probably laying hands. That's just what I observed.
Laying hands like?
No, laying hands like Ike and Tina.
He said he saw his dad and his mom go at it, so maybe that's how he was raised, I guess. I hope that's not the case, but man, I was right about him from the get-go. His temperament gave me those vibes, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, he don't want, if you don't say what he wants you to hear, or what he wants to hear, that he gets upset, especially if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if I was Emily, you know, you might want to put them tennis shoes on and run.
Baby, run.
Yeah, and like I said, I've seen some people in the comments stating that the reason why Brendan don't like her now, Emily, is that because he found out Emily, she has some one night stands. You know what I'm saying? And some guys, that's a turnoff to them. You know?
Yeah, it could be a turnoff, but you don't have to be mean, cold, rude, and all this stuff. So yeah, child, please, anyway. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Okay,
I wasn't talking about what you were saying. I'm just saying.
I agree with you.
Even if that's true,
you don't
then,
have to treat a dog.
Yeah,
you don't have to dog her out like that.
Yeah, communicate. So Emily and Brendan are talking about last night, and if y'all watched last episode, last night was about when they was in the pool, and basically he just got mad.
He was getting mad. He turned to the Incredible Hulk.
She feels like that, you know, he's shutting down and his reactions make her feel bad. So that's basically what she's telling him. And it seems as though, okay, look, I do apologize. Baby, you got to flip this table over, ain't it? I do, not your stomach. I was telling because you keep hitting it.
No, I'm not hitting it.
When you turn the chair, it must be hitting it, this right here. So, but it seems as though they, you know, sit down and having a conversation and stuff like that. And he just kind of like said he's sorry that his delivery is just
wrong.
Yeah, is wrong. And Emily said that his apology in her confession don't really mean nothing to her because he keep apologizing, doing the same thing over and over. So
my question is this: if Brandon is doing all that like Emily says he's doing by getting angry, lashing out, you know, throwing things against the wall, why isn't she reporting this to the producers to let them know so they can step in? You know, why wait till the after party and bring it up?
I think the producers know that because, well, I think they know they can see his temperament because that's why to me they hung around the last time.
I agree.
Because I think they hung around and they wanted us to know that they hung around because ain't no way you just walking in front of that camera like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they want us to know that they know his temperament is a little off, and they got cameras throughout that apartment.
But I hear you, and I totally agree with you. But they should remove Emily from that situation if it's that dangerous, in my opinion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they rolling the dice, I guess. See what's going on. You okay, baby? Love you. Ooh, my wife look good. New hairstyle, look good.
I thought you was being funny. Oh, you was saying something. That just came out the blue.
I love you.
No, I love you too.
Yeah, you know, it's been a rough day for me, y'all. 13 hours days, working. And it's been cold outside. Working that
camera
cold.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. And working in the cold weather, man, it's been rough. Broke a fingernail. Still dealing with sinus problems. It's been rough. All right, that's enough about me. Right.
Is it? Because you know he gonna talk about him, Chad. So anyway, so let's move on. In this next scene, Dr. Pepper gave them an exercise and basically talk about, you know, write a letter to their younger self. Anyway,
they always do that every season, man. Please, experts, or somebody said 3 people in the room, come up with something different, you know?
We back to 3 people in the room.
Yeah,
man.
we are.
Wear shirts,
you already can't wear our shirts.
So with her, she wrote herself to, I think, her high school self, him, and he wrote a thing to himself, basically. And I guess you can get a little bit more context with Brennan. It seems like Brennan he's a thinker. He's a person that, because he said while all the other kids was playing, he was talking to his dad friend, which was his mentor, and he was asking him about, I don't know if it was real estate, whatever the dude did. And he was like, shouldn't you be outside playing? And he was like, no, I just want to pick your brain.
You asking about the family business. I'll tell you, man, my boss, man. It's starting to add up, man. I'm telling you.
So, anyway, so Claire is talking to us about Cameron. Why is she still here? I don't understand. If they said they're going to separate, Why is she still in the apartment? She doing the Alyssa. Alyssa was trying to stay and hang around.
She need that check.
I'm saying, so she said, okay, he wanted it, I did. I'm gonna stay around and do whatever and stay in this apartment.
And also, let's keep it real. They run out of people for the show, so they got to keep these people around. They got to keep somebody around. I'm surprised. What's his name? Lorian.
Oh,
I'm surprised he wasn't on this episode. You know what
I'm saying? And I thought about that. I said, okay, so you only got 2 men. 2 men left.
That's it.
And then you got 3 women, but Claire's still around, but her man is no longer with her. So why she here? Let's just go have 2 women and Emily and Brennan. Somebody keeping them on the show or together or something, because maybe they say we're gonna pay you a little extra to stay around, because if not, you'll have just one couple.
That's why they brought Michael back. You know, because they run out of people, man. I'm telling you. Hey, all I know, Love's Blind coming back on.
Yeah, dude. What? Like, what? February the 12th or something like that.
Love's Blind coming back on, so I guess if y'all want to see some real relationships, I guess y'all go over there.
Let's go over there to Netflix. So y'all make sure y'all watch our Love is Blind review, because we're gonna definitely do that. So we're gonna do a probably this weekend, go over the cast and stuff. So anyway, so Claire is talking about Cameron and blah blah blah, and Brennan and Austin. The guys are talking. They talking about reset. The women are talking. The 3 ladies are talking. They talking about, you know, Cameron's health and stuff like that. And Claire said she said, I feel so bad, but she said, you know, that's what I'm here for. I feel like he has nobody. You know, it's for better, for worse. That's what marriage is for. I said, don't Cameron got some family? They're not biological, his blood family, but he got family.
Yeah, his sponsors is over here.
Right, but they've been with him.
He lived with him. He lived with him, yeah.
That's like his family. Right. So I'm trying to figure out why she was like, and he don't have nobody, and yada,
she
yada,
gotta
yada.
make herself feel important. I think what it is, she felt bad for how she treated Cameron at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't really showing him no kind of emotional, you know, support. She wasn't being emotional with the guy. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she feels guilty about that. Now she's trying to make up for, like, ooh, I gotta be there for him. But apparently he don't want you to be there for him. Yeah, he hasn't reached out to her. So
they talked, I guess, you know, but he don't. He was like, I don't want him. I mean, and he having surgery. Surely he is not gonna have surgery and drive himself home. So he got people here. You know, so like, come on. And she was like, but Becca understood, because, you know, she dealt with a sickness and stuff like that. So she was like, you're doing the right thing because you're there for him, so forth and so on. So, okay. So let's move on. So Michael is coming in, you know, Michael with the swoop. Michael had look better than a lot of people. So
yeah, he don't have that swoop no more though.
Yeah, on the after party he don't. But yeah, he got the swoop. So anyway, so Michael's coming in with the other couples and a single, because they ain't couples, so it's just 2 couples and a single. So he talking to them while they up there playing pool and stuff like that, and he was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let y'all know they found me somebody. I'm getting married." They was like, "Yay!" And so he was also saying he wanted them to come to the wedding. Emily and Austin said they can't make it because they're going to see his grandmother. But, you know, he excited and stuff like that or whatever. But he said he is a little nervous because, you know, he doing
Emily and Austin.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. You know, Austin and Becca.
Yeah, because I had to like, okay, hold on, when that happened?
Then maybe they should have switched.
Yeah.
But so that they he excited about that, but he said he is a little nervous because, you know, he don't want this, he don't want to get rejected again. And he go, positive Brennan in the background. Stay positive, friend. That's basically what he said. Stay positive. Don't think like that. And I'm saying, why don't you stay positive about your own marriage?
He don't like Emily, man. How can you stay positive with someone you don't like that person?
You can.
Well,
you ain't got to be around them. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but he don't like her. So in his head, you know, he ain't got nothing to do with her, basically. You know what I'm saying? I think being around her irritates him.
It seems like,
you know, when she asks him questions, when she talks to him, it irritates his soul.
So he was basically saying, you know, you know, don't tell your new wife that, you know, like she's the second one, basically. You know, let her know that, hey, if it wasn't for the first one, then, you know, we never would have crossed paths and met. So.
Yeah, I tell her, I said, ugh, you second. Ugh, you the backup plan. Ugh, you came off the bench. Ugh.
So in the next scene, you got Richie, which Richie is the friend of all friends, okay? So Richie is Brendan's friend. Shout out to Richie. You did a great job. Don't think your friend listening, but you did a great job. Richie was just basically saying, you know, he FaceTime Brendan and stuff like that. So they talking, and Brendan said this the friend that's gonna tell him the truth. So Brendan said that you know, he was telling him about the marriage. He said, well, you know, everything is going, you know, pretty good, but it's just no romance. I'm saying going pretty good. Well, who you talking to?
Brendan, he likes to front for the cameras, man. He likes to front in front of his friends. He's not gonna tell you what's really going on, and that's a problem. You know, you gotta live your truth. He don't want to live his truth, man. So, hey.
So yeah, he said that, you know, it's no romance or nothing like that, but you know, we getting along.
How are you getting along when the woman asks you a question? I don't want to talk about it. That's the past. I don't want to bring up the past. You so nasty and mean with it when you talk, when you cut her off too. So how are you guys getting along, man?
The friend said, well, I know you because you can get it. Richard said, I know you because you can get in your head sometimes, and you can get in your head with something and get stuck there.
Be stuck, brother.
And he said, and you can get stuck there, and you'll start be thinking about that one thing over and over. And he said that what you got to do is you got to come out of that. And then Brenda said, well, you know, I'm trying to do stuff, you know, taking her out to dinner, we're going out to dinner and stuff like that or whatever. He said, but yeah, but you can go out to dinner, lunch with your friends. Like, you can go out to dinner, lunch with me, but that's not romance. You got to flirt with her. You know, he said, I've been married for a long time, so I know what you got to do. You got to flirt with her, you know, in order to create that romance. He said, are you attracted to it? Oh, Emily's a sweet person. She's nice. She's good. She's the best thing ever. He said, are you attracted to it? Well, I'm trying to get around to that. He said, the more you do that stuff, then you'll start coming around.
Yeah, Richard, you're absolutely correct on that. But yeah, Brendan, he's not feeling her like that, so that's not gonna happen because in Brendan's head, which is stuck, like he said, he gets his own head and gets stuck. I think he's stuck on that one night stand thing, and he can't get over that. So how can you get romantic with somebody when you can't get over the fact that you look at this person in disgust because they know they used to have one night stands.
Would you do that?
What's that?
What he doing?
Brendan? No, man. You say, hey, man, you know, I can't get over the fact that you used to have one night stands, and that just don't sit well with me. Yeah, I keep it moving.
Men don't do that.
What?
Men don't.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
But you don't want a woman to do that?
No.
Oh, that's hypocritical.
No, that's not hypocritical. That's just society.
No, that's hypocritical.
No, that's society, man.
You think society right? Chad, where you at?
You know, that's why, once again, let's go back to Bible days. Men used to have all them concubines back then, but women didn't have them concubines like the men did back then. So then,
you want to go that deep in the Bible?
I'm just saying, you know, 100 concubines.
But then when it came to the New Testament, then they can't have no concubines.
I'm just going. I get that, but I'm going back to the Old Testament. Then,
but then you want your concubine?
No, I'm just saying that's the way society was back then. They had concubines,
and they changed, right? Okay, then
but
make
sometimes,
it right.
But I'm not saying they made it right. But sometimes stuff like that is kind of wired in our DNA. So men like multiple women. So men can do. So
you like multiple women?
No, I'm just saying.
You said men, then you include yourself?
No, I'm married though.
You didn't say married men. You didn't make it specific, not Pacific, like people be saying. Ain't the Pacific Ocean. You didn't make it specific.
Right now, I feel like jumping into the Pacific Ocean.
So anyway, Becca and Austin talk to Dr. Pia, and basically in this session, she wants them to be open more about sex, and it just seems like, according to her, that Austin, he don't like talking about sex on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his mama watching.
I know that what I'm saying.
His mama watching, man. I can't do that. My mama watching. I don't want to get that phone call later on the night saying I embarrassed her. So no, he ain't gonna do that.
Well, Becca feels as though that she's not desirable because he's not. You know what I'm saying? She said she is attracted to him, but he's not showing those same attraction back. Now I know a lot of y'all said that
Friend zone.
That he don't want to have sex with him.
No, I think it was somebody that come and said that he put her in the friend zone, which I think he did. And to me, they starting to look more like buddies now. Let me play your Xbox. Let me play your video games.
What about when they kissing?
You know, do it look legitimate though? Do it look genuine? Do it look forced?
No, it don't look forced.
It don't. You still be friend zone kissing your buddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you kiss buddies?
We talking about female friends?
They right.
I don't have female friends.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Like, I never had female friends.
You ain't finna be kissing no.
But I never had female friends either.
Yeah. So anyway, so Austin was just saying that sometimes he do get in his head, you know. He and then he also said too, it's been a lot of pressure around sex, and now he get in his head when to do whatever, and he probably saying now I gotta perform, and what if I don't perform?
Yeah, boy, that's a lot of pressure right there. You're on national TV and you try to perform, it'd be garbage, and she's that's a lot of pressure. I know that's what you're thinking about too. If I go out there and perform, if I don't do it right, she's gonna call me garbage on national television. I ain't gonna be able to live that down. My mom gonna disown me. That I had to move to a different country. Then I had to climb to the Himalaya mountains to stay as in the cave. Then I don't starve to death. Then I start eating animals and stuff. So it can go downhill from there. So don't do the sex thing, man.
Down here, that's death. What you were talking about?
I'm just saying, you know.
Roll
jeez, man. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, man. I ain't lying, man. That's a pressure. But man, just chill, take it one day at a time, keep it cool, and just go with the flow. Don't force it.
So that's basically it. What Dr. Pia was saying. She was saying just basically don't force it. We're not trying to add pressure, you know, do some foreplay and all that stuff, whatever. So let's move on. Emily and Brendan, they're playing soccer. They open up a little bit more about, you know, her dad giving her so much pressure and stuff like that. So Austin and Becca, Dr. Pia or whoever knock on the door. There was a sex basket. So in the sex basket, they got to do, you know, they got the little fluffy handcuffs and all the other stuff that go along.
More pressure, man. Now you getting him a basket. Now you trying to make him perform. Now that dude gonna be all in his head, and let it be natural, man.
Well, I guess they trying to do the foreplay. So they doing a game. What is it? A course. What is it?
You know?
No.
Optimus Prime.
No, when you do the course, what's it called?
Optimal course. Optimal course.
I can't get the word.
Ultimate course. Obstacle.
That right there. Yeah. Why can't I say it?
What is it?
I can't say it. Obstacle course.
There you go.
Yes, obstacle course.
You're still a little struggle there, but
so that's what they were doing, obstacle course. And so he put all the little chairs down, blindfolded her, and she had to come out. And each time she had to redirect, he had to say something sexual, you know, something like that or whatever. So they got the little kiss.
I'm gonna play your Nintendo 64.
He said it out loud. He whispered her ear.
Let me play with your joystick. Cause they like games.
Right.
Yeah, video games.
She did say that, you know, he don't like being intimate, you know what I'm saying? That intimate level is on two different levels. You know, she is kind of what she said, sex positive. She kind of like, woo, but he just like real conservative.
Is he a virgin?
I don't know.
You a virgin, man? Are you a virgin?
You know, like, okay, now he said he a Christian, his parents are Christian, all that stuff, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He could be very conservative.
Yeah, I know he is.
I mean, I can be very conservative. I'm not going to just be out here talking about sex.
I just think what it is, he's on television. And like you said, the way he grew up, he don't want to look bad or embarrass his parents, too. So he's just trying to play it safe. So in
this next scene, Dr. Pia visit Emily and Brennan. Call 911. So she asked them, basically where they are and, how things are going. And according to Brendan, he wanted to move forward. Things are good. According to her, well, the last time you was here, you told to do this assignment. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of went left and it went backwards instead of going forward. And he getting mad because she didn't stick to the script.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that's exactly what it was, the script, man. And she don't deviate from that script until somebody else is in the room. And she needs somebody else in the room for a backup or for protection, you know what I'm saying? Because she's not going to do it on between when it's her and him, so.
You did. And they said.
Okay. The hands are kind of.
I be trying to keep it at the camera, but anyway, honey, it's going to stay in the camera. But yeah, so when they were sitting down talking about that, basically what she was saying, Brandon was saying everything was good. He said he didn't want to do that little touchy exercise, but he was doing hugs every now and then. Now, Dr. Pierre gonna give him a lot of pushback. And I think, I don't know, I think that Dr. Pierre, to me, in my opinion, just needs to pull back from that situation because he gets more and more heated the more she really and truly just continue to, well, why? Well, why?
He doesn't want, especially a woman, to question him. And I think that's part of his upbringing because, like you said, it's not even Dr. P. Dr. P, it could be Emily, any woman that pushes back, it irritates him. Now I haven't really seen any dudes push back towards him yet, so I don't know about the dudes.
Pastor Cal, he don't
like nobody pushing back. Cause I forgot that's a good point. Pastor Cal pushed back on him. He got a little snippet with Pastor Cal too.
He did. So yeah, he said that Emily said that she didn't do the exercise because he didn't want to. Like everything is about what he didn't want to. He said, "What you mean? I didn't want to. You asked me, and you said told me to choose, and I did, and da 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 da." So yeah. And Dr. Pierce said, "I feel that there's some pushback from you, Brennan." And Brennan said that I just don't want to talk about the past. I don't want to go back in the past. We said that we were going to move forward. I want to go back in the past. Dr. Pierce said Emily is holding back for a reason. And Emily said off camera in her confessional, off camera, Brennan is a little reactive. Off camera. And he avoids any negative things. So when she say reactive, and we could go and talk about the after party on what she said on the after party because Keisha is the host MVP, baby. Because I'm telling you, the way that girl was, I don't know what it is, they cut the cameras and leave. Because Keisha was very calm, very patient to try to help Emily work through that stuff that she was dealing with. Because you can go ahead and talk about it.
No, go ahead.
You don't even remember.
I do remember. You're saying, Keisha, was trying to kind of guide Emily on the questions Keisha asked her. You can tell Emily was trying to avoid the question. You know what I'm saying? She kept dancing around the questions.
But the question was basically
how do Brenda treat you basically off camera? Basically that's what she was trying to get at.
Yeah, because they was talking about this particular scene. Right. And so she was just like, he gaslight me and
she was dancing too.
She was and she was like this part right here, he's just
Keisha said, I didn't ask you how that answer my thing on question, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Because she was saying, because she said, oh, and then he wasn't even in soccer. He wasn't even nice when we went to play soccer because he was fussing about this. Keisha said, what did he do? And I don't know. Oh yeah, he was saying something about earlier that day, and then she said, but what? She said, Emily, you keep telling me the after effect of what after it happened, but how did we get here to how it happened? And she said, you need to get back. Emily said, you need to get back to what we was talking to right there. I said, wait a minute, Brandon, is you trying to, if she didn't act like her husband in that, she was telling, she said, you need to get back to what we was talking about because this is what we're talking about. And Keisha said, what?
Kudos to Keisha because she, like you said, she handled that brilliantly because to me, I went. Oh, I said, "What would you say? What did you say to me? What did you say to me?" But she handled it like a pro. She handled it like a pro, and Keisha basically said, "Basically, don't bring this on me. I'm trying to help you out." You know what I'm saying? So tell me what happened. Once again, all that heat you got over there towards me right now.
She said, "I'm not your enemy.
I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to be your friend." And that's when Emily started crying. And stuff.
Yeah, and she was just basically saying that he's one way off camera. You know, he goes around, you know, when the camera's not there, and he fusses and he hits the wall or throws things at the wall or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah, you know, let's keep it real. We all can tell the guy had anger issues now. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And now it's starting to be confirmed basically by Emily. But Emily, I don't know why she was pushing back so hard towards Keisha. Maybe she didn't want to say anything negative about Brendan. Then she turned around to hear from Brendan when she got back.
That's basically what she was saying.
Yeah, and to me, that means you walk around on eggshells. You walk around scared. That's not a marriage, in my opinion. That's not a place you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got to be scared to tell your truth and speak your truth, how can you live like that? Yep. It's like you living in a cage.
Yep. And that's what Keisha was able to, you know, pull out of her. And she said, well, are you scared, you know, to say what you need to say, you know, around him, and basically that. And, you know, and like I said, Keisha was the MVP, because for this girl to snap on her and tell her to get back to something, I'm the host, but you telling me what to do to get back to it because I'm touching on issues.
She was that scared. She was that scared. She'd rather go off on Keisha than let, you know, to say anything bad about Brendan. But this is my first time seeing anyone on the after party snap back at Keisha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, Emily looked like a scared little girl. You know what I'm saying? That's why she did what she did. You know, she rather face the wrath of Keisha than face the wrath of Brendan. And that's a bad place to be. And
then I know that she said she twisted her wrist on that thing, but you think he did it?
I said something about that.
I know you did say something earlier.
I said, how is she gonna slip and fall? And you can slip, fall in the shower. I get it, but come on, man.
You think he did it?
I don't think he did it. I'm not saying he did it or not, but I don't know. I don't even leave it at that.
But Emily should be speaking up on everybody else's behalf. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. Dr. Pia.
I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it. I want him to come out and I don't think he did it, but who knows?
Brendan was just saying that he gets frustrated because Emily go back and forth. She don't stick to whatever the script or whatever they agreed to, and her inconsistency and stuff like that.
Basically, what he's saying is, before we go talk to these people, this is what I want you to say: stick to it and stick to it and stick to it. And when she goes off script, that's me. You know how you said blink twice for help. That's what blink twice for help when she goes off script. And that's that right there. When she does that, that makes him mad. And
I think too that I don't know if Brendan doesn't know how to communicate properly without getting angry.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You know, some people they just
he just get flustered. Yeah, he just get flustered so easily.
They don't know how to communicate, and it seems as though he don't know how to communicate. So when Dr. Pia was kind of communicating some stuff to him, he was nodding his head like that's it. But anyway, so let's move on to Austin and Becca. So he set up her romantic thing because you know sex is their whole thing or whatever. So and then they play this truth or dare game that has to do with romance or sex and stuff. And so they kiss and
they do it. They do it.
He said that he said let's play. And she was like, huh? Are you serious? What? And they kiss and they kick the camera. They kick us out. And he shut the door.
They do it. Doing it well. Doing it. I don't know if he's doing it well, but he's doing it.
Now, on the after party, Emily, that being everybody business, she said... And then she kind of, we was telling that story, talking about it, showing that scene. Emily was making, fusses or whatever. And Keisha was like, what's going on? So she was like, he had help in setting all that stuff up. Like, it's not like he did that on his own.
Why she, Emily, why you gotta be a hater, man?
Because I guess Becca going and telling her everything.
Why you gotta be a hater? Let the man shine. Man, I can't stand when a person hate like that. Let that man shine.
And so, and then he was like, yes, I did have help. I asked him to go get this and go get that or whatever, which I ain't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And she
then,
is mad because her man ain't doing that for her.
And then she said, and then he said, so Keisha was like, okay, so y'all shut the door. And Em was like, and they didn't do nothing behind it. It didn't go nowhere.
Emily, because you like to do one night stand, you're not the expert, okay?
And
let that man do what he wants to do.
And he was like, yeah, it didn't go nowhere. He said it went further than what they normally do, but they did not have sex.
Emily, why are you such a hater, man? Oh, hateration, man. But hate on a man. Let that man. I'm sorry. I don't like when a person do that.
Oh yeah.
Don't put my business out the street because your life is falling apart. Come on, man.
So that's pretty much it, y'all. The if you haven't watched the after party, watch that because that's really and truly the whole show because rest of it be boring.
Maybe that's what they need to do. Just do the show for 30 minutes.
Take that Prison Bride out because we ain't watching it in between it and throw the after party back on.
I'm just saying, do the show this season here. Do the season, rest of the season, do it for 30 minutes. And bring the after party on for 30 minutes. Call it a day.
Oh, an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree, man. It just nobody wants to sit through a whole hour and a half of these dead conversations with these people that don't like each other.
Got
that
two
stand
on.
Now. Yeah. And we don't know what's gonna happen with Michael and Chloe. So we don't even know if they're gonna get along, child. Right. So it may be another dead dud. So anyway, y'all, this is the worst season in Married First Sight history that I know of because these couples are not making it.
I was right. I was right when I first saw the cast. I was right when I saw the city. I said, yep, it ain't going to be good this season. Y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all thought I was one of the old men on the front porch in his rocking chair screaming at the little kids. No, I was right.
On that note, you guys, I'm sleepy, I'm tired. I had a long day as well, but he didn't care nothing about that. He just wanted to share what his day was. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. As we say at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first.
Deuces.